Hi, is anybody there? Yes, hi. A little bit later than I planned. That's because I've been trying to steady myself into this, because this is actually my 6th live video that I've made ever since the lockdown started, and you'd think I'd be used to that by now, but this is my first live over Facebook. A lot more scary. Slightly worried about who I'm going to run into while I do this, but for all I know, I might not run into anybody at all, and that's okay. And I might as well get on with it. But yeah, just want to start with a little bit of explanation about why I began doing these lives in the first place. For quite a while, I've wanted to work in this new format, which is, like, say, filming myself, whether that could be for IGTV, which is over Instagram, where you make little videos or mini tutorials, or you can make live videos which last for 24 hours on your stories. And I was hoping that that would gear me up into preparing me for something else, like, say, a YouTube channel, which I'm nowhere near ready for, or doing art workshops, which would be, say, art therapy or something like that, like, say, some sort of local community group. But I'm not quite ready for that either. And so I thought that with this whole lockdown going on, with people maybe at some point wanting to try something new, try doodling or drawing or whatever, I thought that this would be an opportunity to maybe get people in a place where they can feel comfortable or confident with starting drawing. And yeah, if they ever wanted to embark on that, but for whatever reason before, say they've had a overly critical art teacher when they're at school, or maybe they had a less than enthusiastic art teacher, or maybe they just never had the chance. And so I thought I'd start these lives to try and show you how easy it is to actually begin drawing simply by, and I thought to start with meditative doodling. I'm actually going to be doing these twice a week if I can. I was like trying to come up with different ideas about how to show you how to do this, and it started with just letting rip and just doing whatever. And with others, I've been showing you how to work with templates, how to work with pencil line or work against the line. Yeah, so each week it's been different. It's been a slight change of plan before, but the intent is always there, which is to show you how you at home, if you want to start with drawing, or if you've, well, as somebody told me, have reached that level of boredom where you literally have nothing else you could think to do. And just with items that you've got around the house, which is like, say, if you've got paper, just pencil, biros, or cheap felt tips, or if you could buy them from the supermarket while you're out doing your shop, and just show you how easy you can get started. This isn't me saying I do, you do, and, you know, do what I do. This is about me trying to get you into a place where you can start and feel confident with starting. And yeah, well, I might as well, yeah, get on with it for you. As I say, I am a bit nervous because over Facebook there's a lot more friends and family on here, and I have no idea who's watching this. But and as I do it, I'm going to leave it to you to ask me questions, and I'll try and answer as I go. And I will also talk to you a little bit about yeah, just whatever's on my mind in general. And as I say, you could question away or talk away. So let's get down to it then. Right, got these here. This is what I've been working in the last 2 weeks. I'm sorry for everybody who's been watching these in the last 2 weeks, because I've been doing this the last few times, just showing you how you can work from your own templates, measuring out with just a ruler. It can be as accurate or inaccurate or intricate as you want to make them, and it's about just drawing along the lines. You can work with or against the line, and you can use these as a kind of guide if you don't feel confident with drawing on just a blank piece of paper and you're not entirely sure where to start. And I wanted to use this pattern here again because as I say, I am nervous at the minute, and I want to do something that I've done before, just to put my mind into just a space of calm. And yeah, I thought about, do I want to work with this one, or do I just want to let rip with a blank piece of paper? I have decided at the last minute each and every time I've done this. What's that on the other side? I think I am all for just working from blank for you today. So that's what I'm going to do. So basically all you need is just paper. If you've got any paper around, you can start with pencil. If you're not comfortable or confident with getting pen straight down on there, you could use felt tips that you've picked up from the supermarket. You can find some cheap notepads or pens from the supermarket. Doesn't need to be expensive at all, and this is all completely affordable and to hand. I prefer working in fine liners straight away because it goes down there, it's quick, it's fluid, looks smooth, and this is what I prefer to work with. And as I say, you can choose whatever you feel most comfortable with. And yeah, it can be a bit daunting. I mean, even I find it daunting when you just get faced with a blank piece of paper. It just looks really, scary. You're thinking, what's going to happen? Where can you start from? Start from anywhere. Start from a corner. Start from the side. And what you want to do is just don't worry about if it's going to look good or bad. No such thing. Everybody's got their own way and their own style and their own sort of way they want to work with, especially if you're beginning. And yeah, what am I going to begin with? I have no idea. Just see what I come up with for you. Last time I worked in a corner. This time I think I'm going to work from the side. Yeah. I have very little idea about what this is going to turn into. Each time, I mean, I have a kind of idea about where I want to go. But then, eventually, it becomes a revelation to myself. And you see this little snag here. Do not worry about little snags like that. You can always recover. You can always recover it, or you can hash over it. And we're not talking about, as we're drawing, we're thinking about, does this look like, I have no idea what that is. It could be anything. It's not talking about, say, does this look like a diamond? Is this what a diamond would look like? We are just going with. And the thing is, because you're at home at the minute, you could just do, you're in the privacy of your own home. You can just add, make it as wobbly or make it as, make it as wobbly or as accurate as you want. Sorry if I stumble over my words. As I say, it's a mix of trying to concentrate on this because I'm holding the phone with one hand and I'm drawing with the other, trying to maintain a balance, but I'm also looking at the phone trying to see if anybody's got any questions, and I will try and answer your questions. So yeah, we're just making it up as we go along. It doesn't have to have any kind of rhyme or reason or any kind of theme. It could be whatever you want it to be. None of the things that I've done, that I've come up with for you, has ended up the way I thought it was going to do. Another thing I could show you is that you can buy your pens in different thicknesses as well. So you've got a nib of 0.1, 0.3 to 5 and 7. Right now I've got these thinner and medium thickness pens for you. Because even though you do get some pens and some of the line is quite fluid and watery to work with, sometimes you just need something a little bit thinner so that you can add in the detail. I hope you guys can see this all right, because when I've tried Facebook Live before, it's been a little bit grainy, which is not ideal for this. If you can hear me okay as well, I hope you can hear me all right, because I want to make this as, well, I was going to say I want to make this as engaging for you as I possibly can. And I will get onto the subject in terms of engaging in a moment. Yeah. So that's the thing. Once you've got some things down, you can add to it. You can work within the shapes you've already done. You can work with or against the line, for example, that we've got here. Just work with or against it. Yeah, and it can be as bonkers or as ludicrous as you want it to be. See, this is what we're doing. It's just started from here, and now it's turned into this weirdo monstrosity. What these are, I couldn't possibly tell you, but, you know, that's half the fun and the madness of it, isn't it? Make these a bit black. Yeah. Any questions anybody's got, please do ask away. Honestly. Because it is really nice doing these lives just to escape reality for a bit and interact with others and say hello. Hope you're having a nice day today. It is absolutely beautiful weather outside, absolutely. And I think we are very blessed to have lovely weather at the moment while all this is going on. Weird times we're living in, aren't they? Absolutely very weird times. Okay. Do I feel like going sideways? I'm not sure. No. Okay, where are we going with this? Let's give us a bit of white lightning. Okay. Yeah, what you want to do is just add. And, you know, confidence will come a lot later. This is about just, as I say, not worrying about, does this look right? Does this look like a lightning bolt? Does this look like a cloud? Does this look like a convincing cloud? This is about just having the confidence and the ease to try something new. As I say, you will get little things like this come up where I didn't mean for that to happen, but it's happened anyway. But that's okay, because I can do something with that. Okay. I have gotten a little bit more comfortable. So, you know, I'm so much better once I ease into it. And that brings me on to the subject of why I'm doing these lives. For anybody who's just joined, I have had the idea for quite a while to begin doing, I wanted to start with Instagram lives. I've been meaning to do it for quite a long time because I've been watching other artists I admire do live videos, live tutorials, and I love the idea of that, but I thought, I can't do that, I can't possibly do that. And I've always loved the idea of doing workshops in the local community, things to do with art therapy, just getting people into a state of having the confidence to start drawing, learning to work with colour. But again, that has just been something that's always been on the back burner for me, because, you know, you put me in front of an audience and I crumble. And with the whole lockdown thing, because, for a start, I've had a lot of people message me saying that they have no idea what to do with their time while in lockdown, what to do to keep their minds occupied. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to take the plunge and have a go at doing these lives and just try that workshop idea that I've always wanted to embark on, but sort of start from a place where anybody who's never tried drawing before but has always wanted to, I just get people in that space where they feel like they can do this and they can pursue this if they want to. So that was the initial idea I had, and I have spent the last 5 goes of doing this by doing the lives over Instagram. And as the weeks have gone on, I've gotten a lot more confident and a lot more comfortable, rather. I wouldn't say confident, I've gotten a lot more comfortable with filming myself and doing these as time has gone on. And yeah, I don't have a big following at all, but it's a start for me, absolutely a start. And it's been therapeutic as well, just getting to say hello to people and answer people's questions when they do come through. Because, I mean, like, as much as me and my boyfriend love each other, and, we love spending time in our new flat, which we moved in on the weekend of lockdown, it is getting to a point where you do start suffering a kind of cabin fever. And so it's been very pleasant having this as a weekly instalment, getting to escape reality for a bit, and just say hello to whoever's about. It has been lovely. And so I've become a lot more confident with being filmed and doing this. Hi, sorry about that if it cut out for a minute, but I'm back. Yes. Well, anyway, as I was saying, I've become a lot more confident with the Instagram lives, and I'll tell you why. It's because with the Instagram lives, they are available on your stories at the top of your profile for 24 hours. And, after 24 hours, it's gone, it's disappeared. And so there was the comfort in knowing that if I did slip up, or if I did stumble over my words, or if it did, say, go on longer than I wanted, and because it was practice, it was the comfort in knowing that it would be lost and nobody else was going to see it. And that's why doing this one over Facebook is a lot more daunting. Even though I'm used to being filmed now, and even though I do have a good old time doing this, the thing with Facebook that makes it a little bit more terrifying for me is knowing that, there's a lot more friends and family that I have over Facebook. And, you could take this statement in whichever way you want, but there's too many people over my Facebook who are connected to certain people from my past whom I'm not entirely ready to completely show myself to. And with me, I'm doing these for the first time and practicing filming myself. I haven't been there. I haven't been at a level where I felt comfortable enough to be able to show all of me and all of what I'm doing. I could take criticism of it, I could take criticism. I mean, the thing is that all of us, I think to a degree, aren't very good at taking criticism, but I think when it's sharing something with people you know, and people who know you, who know someone who knows you, and it just feels like over Facebook, it's going to reach a few more people. And the thing is, if I was nervous in even filming myself in the first place, there was no way I could do it over this. So it's nothing personal. It's not like I was being exclusive by keeping it over Instagram only. Yeah, I have no idea what the heck this is going to be, but I hope that this has made some kind of sense for you so far. You see, we're just adding, and making like all these doodle shapes and all these things that have come out of nowhere. It looks like a mad bad acid trip. And then you've got these snags here, and you're just going with it. You're going with the flow. You're going wherever your mind wants to take you. And we are now in a spot where we are going mad for it, and you think to yourself, when's it going to end? When's it going to stop? How do I want it to stop? Who cares? We're having fun with it. I've had some friends say to me, how can I get into this if I can't draw at all? And as I say, this is about getting you into a space where you can just pick up a pen or pencil, or we'll get onto paintbrushes and colours later on, because for now it's tricky enough for me to hold the phone with one hand and draw with the other. But we'll get onto paints and colours at some point or other, I'm sure. But it's the idea of just picking up whatever's around the house, pencil, pen, or even highlighters or felt tips, and just seeing what happens. That's what it's about. We're not going on about what we think is good or bad, or does it look like this. In my opinion, people who are new to drawing, or people I've spoken to so far, I think people in a way are expecting too much of themselves too quickly. Because, if you're not comfortable with even picking up a pencil and beginning and learning to have fun with it, and if you start focusing on, does this look like an apple, does this look like a plane, does this look like a truck, or whatever it is you're trying to do, you will start to put the pressure on yourself. And if you put the pressure on yourself, you don't feel comfortable, you don't feel at ease, and therefore it makes it not much of a joy. So this is why I thought about starting with this format for you. Like the term meditative doodling I came across not too long ago, because I thought to myself, oh, you know, you can't really do anything by showing people how to doodle, because a lot of people do that anyway. But then I realised that it's a practice that people who've always wanted to start drawing but never had the chance to, I found that that has been, I think, one of the, well, sorry, I'm going over my words, sorry, I'm stumbling. I'd say, like, one of the kind of enjoyable starting points. What the hell is that shape? I have no idea. That's not what you think it. What on earth is this going to be? I don't know. It was going to be a cow, but then it turned into something else, and I thought, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not carrying on with that. If you want to draw that in your own house, you can do. I'm not stopping you. Do what you want. Do what you want. I'm going to hide it. See, that's what you could do. You correct it or hide it. Nobody would ever know. Yeah, as I say, I had no idea what that was going to be. I thought it was going to be an anchor, and then it turned into a T-bone, and then it looked like something I didn't want it to. Hey, yeah, so anybody got any comments or any questions? Otherwise, I'm just going to carry on. Just going to carry on for you. Each time I've tried to do these lives, I've hoped with some way to make it as constructive and useful as I possibly can make it. And I think, well, as I say, this is my first time doing a live over Facebook. I'm not sure if it's the same as Instagram, but one of the great things about Instagram is that you can interact with people and you can answer people's questions. And you can answer people's questions as you go. I'm really sorry, I don't know why this keeps cutting out. I keep getting notifications about storage on my phone. I've got billions of blinking photos that I keep meaning to upload onto a USB, but I don't. So, yeah, as I say, I'm just carrying on with this. Instagram does cut out after an hour. I'm not going to keep you an hour. I'm just going to go with, if this does keep cutting out, that's completely fine. One of the great things about doing these lives is that you don't have to tune in from beginning to end for as long as it goes on to. You can check back in as the video is going, or, well, the best thing about Facebook lives is that the video is going to be on the page for the foreseeable, or until I decide to delete it. So you do not have to sit there and tune in for however long this is going on for. It's beautiful weather outside. Go out for your walk or go down to the supermarket. Get your shop in this, because we are so lucky to have this weather while this is going on. You know, small blessings and all that. Yeah, I wish that there was a bit more interaction while I was doing the live, because I would like to know how you guys are all doing now. Not sure about you, but the first month was definitely about doing anything to keep yourself occupied, whereas, well, I can only speak for me and my other half. It's more a case of, what do you want to do today? And we are therefore a lot more chilled. Of course, we have our days where it's been quite emotional and being driven slightly stir crazy, but that is going to happen, because these are not normal times we're living in at all. Years back, through my 20s, I was jobless and broke on and off over the course of 5 to 6 years. It was dreadful. I wasn't able to afford to go out to do anything. I mean, I had no money. And so in a bizarre way, that kind of, in a very warped way, I should say, kind of prepared me for what was about to come up with the lockdown, with the prospect of lockdown. However, this has become something on another level, because even when I was broke and jobless, even though I didn't have money to do a lot of things, I was still going out and seeing people and going out for coffees with friends. And so this has been, well, well, I knew that this was going to be something completely different from my jobless and broke years. But, you know, it has been a bit of getting used to for everybody. It's, when I think about, well, just, I think for everybody, the plans and the different ideas we had about what we were going to do this year. I mean, January feels like 20 years ago. And I think about Christmas and it feels like, you know, another universe away. When you think about what we were hoping to do this year, but then all those plans have been washed away. And I do feel sorry for, well, anybody who's had major plans this year and has had to rethink it all. I mean, we've had some plans for the summer that we've had to completely rethink or cancel. But I think all we can really do is take each day as it comes. Try not to think about how much longer, or deadlines, think, oh, we'll be back to normal by X date or whenever. I think just take it as it goes, really. And try and stay away from rolling news as much as you possibly can. I mean, we in our flat, we only get the main bullet points about the news come through on our phones, and we do try and stay away from rolling news as much as we possibly can. Just thinking about my broken jobless days, years back, when you have a lot of time in your hands, it is very easy to start getting sucked into negative thought patterns and ruminating over ridiculous shit that happened years ago. And so, yeah, I hope anyway that everybody's gotten into a lot more relaxed state in the previous few, more recent weeks rather. I see you, Greg Hall. Well, that's the thing. I was supposed to go watch Guns N' Roses, one of my all-time favourite bands, at the end of May, and they haven't said anything for definite, but that is a write-off. I think I resigned myself to the idea that, you know, we weren't going to go watch them. I even said to my other half in December when we booked the tickets that I will not believe it's actually happening until I am in that audience. And I think I got a bit more than I bargained for when I said that. But, you know, I'm not going to spend too much time mourning over it. I'd rather everybody be safe. Yeah, so as I say, or rather as I said earlier, sorry, not quite sure where this is going to stop, but I seem to have made a bubble around this. I think because I'm wanting to keep this session a little bit shorter and sweeter than I normally would do with my Instagram lives, because as I say, I have been really nervous about this particular live, and I do a lot better when the camera's away from me. And that's another reason why I'm doing these lives, is because it's helping me as much as I hope that it's helping other people, that it's making me more confident in being my true, authentic self while I share my artwork. Oi, stop it, Greg, you horrible person. I see that. I'm not talking about that yet, sorry. Oi. For the whole world to see. Yes, about that one. As I say, over my Facebook, I have a lot more people who are connected to certain people from my past whom I'm not entirely comfortable with sharing all of the real me yet. But I did put something on my Facebook the other day which was all about me, and as well as these lives, trying to be more my authentic self and being more stronger in being my more authentic self. Because we live in a world where we hide ourselves, because we are, to a degree, afraid of people knowing or seeing about certain parts of ourselves. And yeah, I really want to talk about that in another live. Maybe an Instagram live, maybe in a YouTube post, maybe one day. But as I say, I'm nowhere near close to filming myself to that degree yet. I mean, it's difficult enough for me to say and talk about, even on here, never mind having a camera in my face. Hi Tam, you okay? Hello. Yeah, so glad you could join. Well, I'm happy to see everybody on here, really, because, as I say, this is the first time I've done this over Facebook. I shit myself. I mean, okay. This is the thing, it's completely ended up nothing like I thought it was going to end up, but I'm going to finish off this lower section off for you, and hopefully that will conclude. I hope this has been in some kind of, well, small way, been of use to you, anybody who's trying sketching or trying doodling at some point, but not felt the confidence to do so before. Just showing you how easy you can always add, or adjust, or put splodges in, or whatever you want to do to it. Just do whatever, just do you. And as I say, confidence follows after years, because we're not talking about you drawing things and then sharing them on Facebook straight away. This is about practicing in the comfort and the privacy of your own space. No matter how weird and bizarre it ends up. There you go. See what I did there. I do like to subconsciously like including hearts and angel wings and stars in my artwork. I've got a thing about stars. Stars are lucky for me. I mean, that's why I got my stars tattoo for my 30th year. Stars are lucky. Number 3's lucky. That's why there's 3. And I turned 30. So as I say, I'm adding angel wings and a heart and a wheel. I don't know why there's a wheel, but there needs to be no following theme or rhyme or reason. You know, even if you just feel like filling in a space, you just do you. That's all you can do, is just do you. How's it going to end up? No idea. And I made a similar one of these a few weeks ago, and I had no idea what not to call it. I just called it hemorrhage, because that was definitely what it was. The entire thing had just splurged into something completely else. Yay. So that's the thing, you can add, and maybe when I do another live, I will show you how to work from, oh crumbs, where is it? I will hopefully be able to show you how to work from one of these templates. Not too dissimilar to the graph paper that you used to use at school. You can make up your own and then work with the line, work against the line, or work around it to give yourself that starting point. I'm very, very nearly finishing this, and I hope that this has been some kind of enjoyment for you. Even if it's not of any use, I hope it's been something to fill your time with. If you've got, yeah, I was going to say, well, if you, well, my words, I can't get my words out because I'm stuttering. Anyway, I really hope that in some way you're able to enjoy this weather at this time of the day. Absolutely lovely. That's not a shark tail, that's something else. A shark fin, rather. But, yeah, I hope this is going to conclude eventually, because I feel like I'm doing whatever to keep my nerves away right now. But, you know, I'm only practicing. I've been practicing over Instagram. And for whatever's gone on with this one, with this live over Facebook, I can only try, and I can only stumble or fail, or I can talk absolute twaddle. But, you know, that's me, this is me just being myself, because I can't pretend to be an extrovert when I'm not. And that's one thing that I've definitely learned in the last few years, is that you cannot push yourself or make yourself what you want. And I can only go in small steps. Okay, we are very, very nearly coming to the end of this. So yeah, it just goes to show where you can start from one completely random pattern and how you can continue it and how you can make it as nutty or as ridiculous as you want it to be. And crumbs, yeah, this is a complete meltdown for me, because I have literally been just carrying on as I normally do, and I have been put at more ease now. And so yeah, I am coming to the end of my Facebook Live. It has turned out to be really fun, as always. And I can't promise you that I will do another Facebook Live anytime soon. But, as I say, I can only go as steady as I personally can do. And for now, I am a lot more confident with my Insta lives, and so you will more likely see me on there. And then, you see, this is the part where you think to yourself, "Ye gods, like, this has gone on way too long, what the heck is this?" And you think, and then you start looking for things that you want to add to it, and then it never stops. But if you don't want it to stop, you can add to it over days, you could add to it. And one thing I wanted to say is that you can work on whatever scale you feel comfortable with. I personally am used to working on a small scale, and so A5 to A4 paper, I personally feel comfortable with working with. But if you feel like using a massive board or massive piece of paper, you do that. That's absolutely your call. Right, is there anything else I want to add to this before I say goodbye? Well, until the next time anyway. Yeah. Ooh, there we go. There we are. There's a random eye. I don't know why that's there. Right. So this is the point where I'm thinking to myself, I am coming to the end of this. Do I want this to continue? Do I want this to, do I want this to go somewhere else? I feel like I need to bracket it in somehow. I feel like I can't just leave things as they are. Right, so I think I'll decide when I want this to end and where I want to draw the conclusion at. So yeah, meditative doodling. Just pick up a pen, pencil, whatever you've got to hand, fine liners, felt tips, or even like board markers, whatever you've got to hand. Give it a try. Do not be afraid of what it's going to turn out like. Just do you. I can never leave it alone. Right, I'm going to bracket this in somehow. I'm not going to lie, I am kind of glad that this is coming to a stop, but I have enjoyed myself now. It has been a lot more easier going than I thought. Once I started, I became more relaxed, a lot more chilled. As I say, I do a lot better when the camera is not on me. And this is about me showing you and doing. Ooh. And then you run the, oh crumbs, what am I doing with this? No idea. I feel like I need to add something up here. Oh crumbs, this is where I'm gonna add to it forevermore and never stop. Right, what the heck is that? It's like an obelisk. Okay, so I am literally coming to the end of this now, and yeah, give it a go yourself, and yeah, start from one section, and then as you add to it, you have no idea what on earth you're going to end up with. And yes, have fun. And yeah, well, yeah, I'm just looking at the view outside. It is absolutely beautiful today, and I hope that you all are going to have a lovely day today. And I hope to check in at some other point. And until then, stay well, stay safe, and take care. Bye.